Day 4 of the Mastermind. Okay, got it? Wonderful. Okay, so we are officially live on Facebook as well in the Innovatrix group. Ladies, you are most welcome. I'm so happy, thrilled to see you on day 4 of the Self-Love and Self-Growth Mastermind for women this summer. I'm gonna just let into the Zoom Winnie, who's joining us as well from Kenya. Hi, Winnie. And Sapna, we have Yulia as well. So ladies, Worm, good morning or good afternoon, depending on where you are in the world, or very early night time, I think, if you are on the other side of the ocean. Maybe you're watching the replay later. So I'm so thrilled that you get to jump in and see this lives or replays. So let's do a short recap. I'm Alina Cristina Buteica. I'm a self-love coach by formation, because this has been my my theme for a long part of my life. I believe in that, and it actually has led me to becoming a sacred femininity coach as well. And my basic background is in business and leadership, so I cover that as well. So nowadays, I actually love to call myself a sacred femininity and business coach, because I bring the two together. I bring the art of feminine embodiment and connection to your deep femininity, inner trust, self-worth, as well as the business mastery, which is so important, because we were actually talking yesterday about self-expression and financial independence for women. I've started 2 brands, Growth Hives and Illuminated Essence. Growth Hives is my brand in which I work with leaders, primarily in Africa, but not only, to help them with managerial skills, leadership skills, emotional intelligence. And Illuminated Essence is my brand where I work with women to empower them to really step into their purpose from a place of well-being, from a place of ease and joy. So with that said, warm welcome to everybody once again. I'm going to do a recap of the days we've been through. On day 1, we really dived into self-love and self-worth, and there's 3 practices we covered at the end, and that I encourage you to go back to in case you haven't started applying them into your life. They are super nourishing and revitalizing. I constantly and over I go back to these practices. They may seem simple at the first view, but they are very deeply transformational once you start putting them into practice. Even if we are to think about the gratitude for oneself that you get to connect to and experience every day, listing some of the things that you're grateful for yourself that day can make a world of a difference. This is just one of the practices we shared on day 1. Day 2 was the day focused on self-nurture and energy management. So I actually got to share with you a pretty high-level framework that I use when I work with my clients. And you're going to meet one of them tomorrow. She's the guest speaker for day 5, Vera Dean. She's a wonderful co-founder and entrepreneur based in Mauritius. So you're going to meet her tomorrow for the interview in the afternoon. So this is one of the frameworks that I use when I work with my clients. We look at the foundational 4 main areas of energy. We look at our mental energy, we look at our physical energy, we look at our emotional energy and our spiritual energy, and we get to learn how to cleanse and clear the clutter, the unneeded stress in each of them, as well as look at what are our energy replenishers in each of these areas. So you actually got to experience that. And if you didn't have the time to sit down and reflect on that exercise, I really highly encourage you to do so. I have decided in the end to make the whole mastermind into a bundle that's going to be available for 55 euros from next week onwards. But this week, everything is free. And I am going to leave the first talk, the first masterclass, the one on self-love and self-worth, because that is the foundation for everything. I'm going to leave it free and accessible here on this group forever. But if you would like to have the whole bundle and access to the whole bundle, then it's going to be for a fee from next week onwards. You still have, however, the whole weekend to go through the replays, to go through all of the exercises, all of the 4 main days. Tomorrow is a Q&A day. So you still have the time to do that and to really take all the notes you need and start implementing some of these deeply, deeply nurturing practices in your life. Day 3 yesterday was focused on self-expression and what are the ways in which we limit, we block, we hold ourselves down in terms of our brilliance as women, in terms of our natural expression, our authenticity, and how that can be damaging in business. But we also looked at ways to encourage more of that self-expression through sacred boundaries, through looking at writing down. I encourage you actually to do this very simple exercise, writing down your Shiro stories. So what are the moments in your life where you got to overcome certain challenges, like big challenges or small challenges? It doesn't matter the size of the challenge, but what are those moments you got to, despite everything you were faced with, overcome certain challenges that you're really proud of, and start sharing more of that story, because by God, that is who you are. I'm here to remind you that is who you really are. We are not our limiting beliefs, we are our brilliance. And we're going to dive even deeper into that today on day 4. So yesterday you got 5 keys you received at the end of the masterclass, 5 keys to unlocking your self-expression. Even if you implement just this one, writing down a list of your Shiro stories that you start expressing and sharing more on, whether that's social media or at work, or writing blogs or writing articles, that is going to make a world of a difference for you, your brand, your products, anything that you are building. So yeah, I do hope you're benefiting from these days. If you're enjoying the whole adventure of the mastermind of self-love and self-growth for women, because I've invested both myself and the speakers that I've invited so much energy and time and thought processes and heart processes into this, please type yes. I'd love to hear from you if you're enjoying it, if you're finding the benefit in it. I'm gonna just check the comments. Please say hi on Facebook if you're watching this live on Facebook, and tell us where you're joining from, and say hi on Zoom. I see the ladies that are here on Zoom. Oh, we have somebody new that is going. No, it's okay. I thought somebody else was trying to join on Zoom. So warm welcome once again. I do hope you're benefiting and making the most out of this adventure, the beautiful self-love and self-growth mastermind. And as mentioned, the first day talk is going to be accessible forever. Let me check again on Facebook. Hi, ladies. I'm gonna just type here, hi, ladies. Please introduce yourselves and say where you are joining us from. If you are watching the live or replay. Yes, if you're watching the replay, please also introduce yourselves, because it's a joy to hear from you. And for me, it's been such a joy to see the wide reach that we had in terms of geographical reach. I want to salute and really congratulate with all my heart the beautiful ladies joining us from Kenya every day. Yulia joining us from Romania every day. Yulia is a dear soul sister and a friend who's been, I've been working with Yulia for years now, and she's the one that is helping me as well with holding space for this beautiful mastermind. So we are a network of women. We are powerful women supporting each other. So the more we learn this lesson of collaboration and support, the more we get to see as well the benefits of it and to flourish in life and in business. And I want to send a warm welcome. Thank you, Yulia. To send a warm welcome as well to our ladies that are joining every day. I saw that it's sometimes easier for ladies to join the afternoon talks from, there was Deborah yesterday from Malaysia, there was Kim from Korea, and there's Elena joining us from London every day that I want to say thank you to. Denisa from Romania, and a few other ladies as well from Romania, and many others I feel on the replay. So if you're watching the replay, please introduce yourself, and I'm happy to say hi and have a chat. So with that said, let's dive into the topic of today. And before I do that, I want to remind you of one thing. That you can actually receive, I'm giving this as a gift, one-on-one, 1 hour coaching, leadership coaching session with me that can be geared towards a topic that is of high interest to you, depending on where you are in your business life right now or in your job. I will be announcing the winner of next week on Monday. The only thing that you have to do to enter this this mini contest, this raffle, is to invite 10 of your friends on Facebook to join our Facebook group, to join our community of Innovatrix ladies. So you can invite 20, you know, but no matter how many you wish. But the idea is to invite 10, no matter whether they accept the invitation or not. But if you have invited 10, please let me know, because I do see the invitations coming in. So that will automatically allow you to enter the contest. So yeah, I'm looking forward to see who's going to be the winner of that. And it's going to be announced on Monday next week. And also, if you invite your friends this week, they will benefit from actually seeing the whole mastermind and having access to all of the talks and all of the interviews for free for the whole duration of this week. There will be the weekend, and most people take time to rest and read or do something nourishing for themselves over the weekend. So I do believe that they can take the weekend to watch the replays. All right. So I also want to remind you that yesterday we've launched officially the Innovatrix Academy, and that, ladies, is a journey of, for me, it's a true joy that I've come to this stage where I can actually launch the passion project that has been on my heart for a few months now. It's the place, it's an innovation business temple. So the Innovatrix Academy is an innovation business temple. And I call it a temple because it's the place where you get to both look at aspects of your own feminine energy that you would like to nourish more, as well as develop your own first business from scratch, or start expanding your existing business and expand your client base. It's a 5 months incubator where you get to work on your feminine embodiment mastery, energy mastery, mindset. We look at mindset and working through overcoming limiting beliefs, and we look at business processes and business mastery. So I do encourage you to check it out. I'm just going to quickly share my screen. Where is it? The screen share functionality. There it is. And yeah, I will share the link to the Innovatrix Academy on Facebook as well as here on the Zoom Live. And if you have questions about it, I am super, super happy to receive them tomorrow. It's, again, a 5 months beautiful journey, guided journey into your soulful business launch and flourishing femininity. Okay, and you will get to do this kind of presentations that I do here as well, and you'll get to practice. There's a lot of fun exercises that we get to do together, as well as meet every month a speaker on one of the main topics that we are discussing that month. An expert in either marketing or finance or product development, depending on where we are on the curriculum. Okay, so with that said, well, not to mention the fact that it's actually you have access to it until the end of the weekend at a very, very exclusive pre-launch price and pricing package that is only available now, this week, like this week. So now is the time to really decide if you really want to take this journey of true expansion in 2022. And from a numerological standpoint, 2022 is also the year of the feminine. 1 is the masculine, 2 is the feminine, 3 is the union in numerology. Well, there's many things I'm passionate about. I won't go into numerology now, but 2 is by excellence a very feminine number. So 2022 is the year to really deepen into our feminine energy and feminine practices as well. All right, so I'll share my screen again, because today our topic is vision and money mindset. So there we go. I hope you can see my slides. Please tell me if you can see my slides. Somebody shared yesterday that the screen was too small or the slides were not very, very clear. Please let me know in the comments if you can see them and you can see what I'm projecting here. It's all good? You can give me a yes in the comments if you can see the slides. Okay, I can see the comments. Yes, okay, thank you. Awesome. All right. So as I was sharing today, we're talking about self-growth and wealth, so vision and wealth. And the first thing we're going to look at is why it's so important to have a clear vision of where you're going next. Not only where you're going next now, but where you're going next in the long run. Sure enough, that vision may change over time because we change. We are not static beings, and our view of ourselves and the world evolves, but it's still important to have a vision that you keep refining and you work your way towards. So knowing your what and why, we're going to look at identifying some unhealthy money beliefs, and then we're going to finish off with 3 practices that will help you in cultivating a healthy money mindset and more joy and prosperity in your life. And we're going to finish off with a meditation today, a beautiful meditation of connection to your future self. This is one of the practices I love using in my work as a leadership coach, because it serves us well when we do this meditation of connection to our future self. Yesterday we were talking about the fact that there's an infinity of possible futures, and you get to choose the future you want to draw in. So today you will be connecting to your most passionate, abundant, flourishing future expression that you can envision and think of and feel into. Today you'll be connecting to your innovatrix, so to speak, of your future, and you get to bring her here in the present, and you get to hear some very interesting and nourishing advice that she may have for you. So the importance of having such a meditation practice is that it allows you to really receive advice from your higher self. No matter the amount of coaches that we work with and mentors and guides that we work with, ultimately, what truly is most impactful on our journey is when we learn to listen to the voice within. And that is the voice of our intuition, that is the voice of our higher self. The women working with me and then will be part of the academy will learn how to really crystallize and open the channels to that direct connection to their higher intuition, to their higher self, and to bring that level of embodiment, of leadership, of their own leadership and unique expression of that in the world. Okay. So let me pause for a second and ask you, why do you think, in your own experience, why do you think it's so important to have a clear why and what? So have a clear what, meaning what you're after in life, what you want to achieve, and why you want it. Let's see. Let me check the Facebook. It's been an adventure to check both the Zoom and the Facebook Live constantly. Let me see if I can do this. Ah, yay! Hello, ladies. Ah, hi, Lucy. So beautiful to see you, love. So Lucy was our guest speaker yesterday. I do encourage you to go back to the interview of yesterday night with Lucy. She's an international artist and singer, writer, and she has beautiful soul medicine for women. And you will get to experience it once you watch the replay. She left us off on such a huge heart-opened note yesterday that I was floating through the night. Good morning, Elena. So good to see you. Woohoo. Ah, okay. So you're sharing that it's good now. You can see the slides. Woohoo. Amazing. I love that. Okay, ladies. So thank you for that and for being here on the live and sharing. So I'm going to go back to the vision. I was talking about the what and why. Well, I can share a little bit about my story. I didn't always have a clear vision of what and why. I went through my early teenagehood years and business schools and my 3 masters in business, and then off she was, that young Galina, off she was to her first internships, and then she got her first jobs, and then she went to Africa. But it was almost as if I was on a flow of what the universe was bringing to me, yet at the same time, I wasn't what you would call a conscious co-creator at that particular point in time. And what do I mean by that? It's as if I was taking what was given to me, but I didn't know that I can have a say in it. I can have a say in defining what I actually truly want and going after it. So experiencing both sides of the coin, both the side where you get to take what the universe is giving you, and also the other side of being a conscious co-creator with the universe is useful because you get to choose what works best for you. So for me, in this particular moment in my life, I'm so grateful for all of the journey that I've been on, because, and especially the entrepreneurship journey, because it has allowed me to understand the importance of being a conscious co-creator with the universe, to understanding you're not separate from the universe, you're not separate from the divine, you're not less than, but you are a part of. You are a part of, and you get to have a say. And when you allow that deep cellular level understanding to be seeded in you and to be seated in you, the understanding that you do have a voice and what your heart most wishes is actually sacred as well, then you get to follow, you get the fuel from inside of you to really go after and follow your dreams. So why it's important to have a clear vision? For me right now, I would say that it really sets the tone of my life. Another simple example is that when I came back to Portugal a month and a half ago, I really wanted to be surrounded by, so work from places where I'm surrounded by nature and also have the level of comfort that I used to have when I was in Tulum, Mexico, where I was for the past year. And that meant access to beautiful places like that have pools. And anyways, long story short is I found this co-working place. I had visualized it before. I had written down what I wanted before. And then somehow through series of circumstances, I got to visit the place I'm in right now. You're going to actually meet the founder this afternoon, the co-founder. She's a beautiful, amazing, lovely lady from Ukraine. And it was the moment I stepped in here and I felt the energy of the place. It's as if the energy I was feeling in my vision matched what I was seeing in front of my eyes. So how I would describe this journey of conscious co-creation is that you get to feel into, you get to clarify what you want, feel into it, and and then that develops your inner GPS. And as you go about your life, when you get to identify instances in your life and places and people that fit that level of feeling and energy that you tuned into, you know you're in the right place and you know that's what's most aligned with you. So having a clear vision really sets the tone for your life, and it's like a guiding light, a guiding torch, and it allows you to really make quantum leaps. So go at a faster pace than not having a clear vision. The vision is more of a, if I were to speak in pure feminine and masculine energy terms, it is pretty much masculine as well. And it's so important for us as women to develop our inner masculine, not only our inner feminine. It's so important for us to have a balanced, integral way of looking at life and at our life. And the vision you have for yourself, again, it's not fixed. It's a journey of evolution. You can write it down in the beginning of a year, and maybe in 2 years from now, when you sit down and you review it, you realize, oh, okay, I wanted to start a business and wanted to take it in this direction. And now, having accumulated new skills, I actually want to start another passion project on the side, or maybe I want to incorporate these skills into my existing business. So that's why I'm saying your vision, and we don't look at vision as like the holy grail. It's not fixed. It changes with you. It changes with your life circumstances and your journey of evolution and growth. But it's so important to do have that level of clarity of where we want to go. And sometimes even our vision comes from setbacks. I know quite a few entrepreneurs who have started their businesses out of identifying what was not working and realizing, okay, what was not working in their immediate environment, and realizing that they had the solution for it. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen again to show you where to start off. If you want to have more clarity around your vision, there are several exercises you can do. And the purpose of today's morning call is to give you a few guiding questions towards establishing a clear vision. I'm going to share my screen. Okay, there we are. So these are some foundational questions to ask yourself. One way to identify more and bring more clarity to your vision is through your passions, looking at where your passions are. Also looking at what truly brings you joy. If you had to sit down and do only one thing for the whole day, what would that be? And what brings you most joy in life? Another way to look at it and identifying what's your big what you want to do and why is really look at maybe 2 sectors or industries where you can identify problems to which you hold some of the answers to the solution. Why do I say some of the answers to the solution? Well, guess what? We are kind of programmed with this idea, oh, I need to have a complete solution. So if I go into leadership coaching, I need to know and be a master at all aspects of leadership. No, you get to choose what's your passion, even like what's your niche in that particular field. So for me, I know it has to do with feminine leadership, with mindset work, so working through our limiting beliefs that have held us back. It has to do with rising from smallness to greatness when it comes to feminine leadership. And it also has to do with business innovation, because that has also been one of my passion topics for a long while. And you get to see a lot of that innovative flavor as well when you look at the offering in the Innovatrix Academy. So yeah, it's looking at what's the solution you can provide to one of the problems that you see happening in the industry that you're passionate about. So you bringing your services in the world, in that field or sector where you identify the problem, will complement other existing services in that area. And it will be part of a greater solution for that sector or field. So here you may form partnerships, or basically there's people working with several coaches. They may work with a coach that is a business and femininity coach, and they may work with a coach that helps them with particularly funding and finance for their business. So basically, what I am saying here is that there's a place under the sun for a wealth of services, and because a lot of people get stuck here, they kind of have this limiting belief that what if me launching my services is not, I'm launching it in an over-flooded market, in a market that is always already overcrowded. No, if there's a place under the sun for your service as well, and there are people that are going to resonate with you, there's clients that are going to come to you, because guess what? Your life story will speak to certain people who identify themselves in your life story. This is why it's so important to, again, we go to self-expression to understand and identify what are our hero stories. And guess what? The growth and personal development space, especially after the pandemic, even before, but especially now, is one of those fields that is really set to have a big expansion in the following, not only years, I would say the following century. Another technique you can use for identifying your what and why is truly to put yourself in the happiest mood possible. Maybe have a good, so after you've had a good rest, you meditated, you can play the happiest music ever and really get into a mindset and mood that tells you there's no such thing as impossible, but because there is no such thing as impossible. Yeah, we were talking about it the other days. We are truly divine beings and expressions of the divine. So there's no such thing as impossible for a divine being. So where do you see yourself? So from that particular mindset and mind frame, if anything were possible, which it truly is, where would you see yourself? And what would you be most excited to be doing in 5 years from now? Yeah. So this is a very common technique. And you may have heard about it before, but actually, do we take the time to sit down and do it? Guess what? I did take the time to sit down and do it. And especially I love doing this exercise in the beginning of the year, but now we're actually midway through the year, a little bit over. So it's a great time to do it again, especially in August when things are more relaxed, everybody's on holiday. It's so beautiful to actually take the time to get into your joyful state of mind and do this exercise. And when I did it, I did see myself doing what I am doing now. So where do you see yourself in 5 years from now? Where would you be? What would you be doing and sharing in the world? Products, services, maybe networks. What's the network you would have? What are the kind of people? So there's several questions to ask yourself when you do this exercise. What are the kind of people you would have around you? Where would you be living location-wise? What would be your relationship to your family? Or what would your family look like? What would your relation, maybe would you have somebody next to you? Would you be in a relationship or in a marriage? How would your whole life look like? You can take this exercise to the next level and really design, consciously co-create your life for 5 years from now. Okay. Does it ring the bell? Does it resonate, everything that I'm sharing here today? Okay, I'm gonna check for some comments to see who's joining us as well. Welcome once again to all those joining on Facebook and Zoom. Okay, and one more thing that I wanted to share with you is this one, that we actually will be going through in the foundational module, module 1, the maiden, in the Innovatrix Academy. We will be going through 3 different key frameworks for identifying your unique why and zone of genius or sacred offering in the world. Ikigai is one of them. You may already be familiar with it. We'll be going through the basics, the very basics of human design, because even from there you can get a lot of information, a whole wealth of information of how you actually interact with the world. And we'll be doing your soul calling map, which is a unique method that I've compiled out of several frameworks that I've worked with previously. And you get, guess what? You actually get to present in front of all the ladies, part of the academy, during the calls that we'll be having. You get to present your own soul calling map. So you develop the confidence from the early stages of you writing and refining your business and project idea. You develop the confidence to speak about it, and you are exposed to a network of supporters. So the ladies joining the academy will be faced with having presentations, will be faced with actually giving feedback to each other, encouraging, supporting each other. We really are going to lay the foundations for what truly is a sisterhood of success and a sisterhood of thriving business ladies. And as I shared with you, it's truly an innovation business temple. Because we look at both honoring and nurturing our feminine energy and developing our businesses from that level of well-being and enjoyment in our lives. Okay, so we go into money. Next, we will be going into the second topic for today, which is money mindsets. And what are some of the limiting beliefs that are holding us back actually from going into the soul calling, so to speak, or the business industry that most calls us. One of them, and by the way, I've had them all and I've dealt with them all. Some of them keep creeping their way back, but I have ways to identify when they come back and say, no way, Jose, to tell them no longer. You don't have any more place or any more grounds where to breed here. So I smile when I say that, because one of my good friends who knows me very well, is Julia, and she's here on the call. So one of the unhealthy money mindsets we may have and may be faced with is that there is no money or very little money left in the industry or sector that I want to go in. All the money has been taken, or there are better speakers, better coaches out there than me. So this is a lack mindset. And it's good for us to be honest with ourselves when we see it and when we identify it. The second one is very intertwined with the first belief that there are better people than me out there. Again, and the lack mindset that says that there is no room or no space under the sun for everybody, which actually it kind of puts others in a position of, it really puts us in a disempowered position, or the victimhood, you know, as if like we're less worthy than. And another very common belief around money is that you can only achieve things by working hard, or money doesn't grow on trees. They're very much intertwined, these two. And we actually get to see nowadays a lot of people achieving success, achieving financial well-being, achieving ease. You don't have to be a millionaire to live in financial ease and financial well-being. I see so many, and again, there's space for everything. There's room for everything under the sun. And if you do see yourself as a millionaire, that is wonderful. That is beautiful. I'm just saying that you can have a level of financial ease and health and well-being that allows you to really build a beautiful life consistently. And we see, yeah, we live in a day and age where we get to see that people don't always have to work hard in the sense of 10 hours a day or be stuck to an office job all the time in order to achieve a level of financial ease and well-being. Another limiting belief we may have around money is that, who am I to do this? So here, the moment I wrote this down, it's really, whenever I say this, who am I to do this? There's this quote that comes to my mind and my heart, and I believe that you're all familiar with it, and it's from a beautiful, inspirational, personal growth speaker, Marianne Williamson. And she has a beautiful book called A Return to Love. And this is a wonderful, wonderful book that I highly recommend, and that allows us to deepen our connection to self-love and self-worth, and to our higher self and to the divine. In her book, A Return to Love, she wrote these famous phrases, which are overquoted and very, very true nowadays. Our deepest fear is actually not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. And we ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Well, I love her answer here. Actually, who are you not to be that? You are a child of God. You playing small doesn't serve the world. Mic drop. This doesn't come from me. This comes from her, from beautiful Marianne Williamson. But truly, yeah, you playing small doesn't serve the world, and it hasn't served anybody. And I really believe that we are living in times when there's a tidal wave of wonderful women rising up into their purpose and their gifts. And you unleashing your highest callings truly projects such a huge, it contributes to that tidal wave and projects such a huge light in the world that it ignites others. They will be coming to you, in 1 or 2 years from now, or 6 months from now, or 3 months from now, and say, hey, what are you doing? I want to know. You're smiling, you're always happy, or you're doing like these sports, or I see you broadcasting this and speaking about that. I've been reading your blogs, I've been reading your articles. What are you doing? I want to know. So your energy gets to speak before you, and that's how you start attracting as well some of your first or your next clients and followers, and so on. And I don't want to leave it to the limiting beliefs around money, but I want to take it to, oh yeah, there's one more thing that I wanted to mention here. And that, yeah, this is the reason I focus today as well on money mindset, is that also this is going to be a big topic in the Innovatrix Academy, that we will be working constantly with changing and healthy money mindsets that we identify along the way. You may be aware of some of them, of some of the programming, but you might not be aware. For me, in my journey, what has been always true is that it's like there's layers and layers. I've come to really work with different money mindsets today that I had 2 years ago, and so on and so forth. So during the 5 months incubation journey, you will be realizing that maybe there's beliefs that you weren't aware of from the very beginning that may come to the surface, and you are in a safe space and in a safe container to deal with that there. I also teach the art of marketing and soft sales during the academy, and what it means to be speaking from the heart, what it means to be authentic, what it means to really identify and share your Shiro story authentically, and sell based on real value and growth that you provide. And also we'll be looking at pricing methodologies, speaking of money, that allow you and your clients to expand rather than contract. Because I also have been in situations when somebody has announced their offering and I was like, oh, and I contracted. And that's fine. It's actually challenged me to go past a certain maybe limiting belief that I had around money. And actually pricing yourself right is a journey into self-worth. So we'll look at methodologies that allow you and your clients to expand, that create win-win generating streams and win-win situations. Okay, so now let's look at the other side of the coin, which is how can you change? We've talked about limiting beliefs. How can you change? I'm going to give you just three simple techniques today. Practices that you can use to change your limiting money beliefs and to cultivate more joy and prosperity in your life. So first things first, you can do what I just did before, which is make a list of the limiting money beliefs that you are aware of today in your life. So the importance of this practice is that once we bring anything to the level of awareness, to the surface, the iceberg that was under the waters, we bring it up, it starts to melt. The iceberg starts to melt, meaning that their power, their grasp over us starts to dissipate, because they go from the level of the subconscious or unconscious mind, they come to the conscious. So they no longer hijack you completely. So first, start by making a list of all the limiting money beliefs that you can think about. You can write down vulnerably also your habits. So a way to identify unhealthy money beliefs is to look at habits as well. And what are your habits around money in terms of spending? What are your habits around spending? What are your habits around earning? For example, I used to be not so good at saving, and I'm really focused on more and more on that now. But it's like, what are your habits around spending? What are your habits around earning? What are your habits if you're already an established business owner around pricing your services? Also write down your family's habits. You know, a way to identify this list of limiting money beliefs is to look at your family habits around money, because oftentimes we take and we embody what we have seen growing up, and we embody it subconsciously, unconsciously sometimes, and the moment we bring it to the surface, in that particular moment, it stops having a hold or a grasp on us. And you get to decide what you keep going forward. To give you an example, my dad is an expert when it comes to saving, which is something that I didn't necessarily have or cultivate as a habit so far. But right now I'm discovering that it's actually a super healthy habit to have. So you get to look at it from both sides. What are my What are my family's healthy habits around money? What are my family's unhealthy habits around money? And what can I keep and what can I drop? And then the second practice that I wanted to share around joy and prosperity in your life is that write down, after you've written all the limiting money beliefs, you can start writing down what you consciously want to cultivate more of in your life. What do you stand for? What do you want to cultivate and nourish more of as a money mindset in your life? I'll give you an example, and actually I'm going to stop sharing for a while. Please write down in the chat, what are some of the money, because we get to inspire each other here, what are some of the healthy money beliefs that you want to embody and stand for in your life? I can give you an example. Top of my mind now is, I am an abundant being. Money comes easily to me. Money flows easily to me. I get to win, you get to win, is another belief that I'm cultivating and calling in. I can create mutually beneficial, healthy money growth situations for me and everybody that I work with. Money is abundantly flowing to my life, so what's coming up for you now? What are the healthy money beliefs that you want to cultivate? Let's inspire each other. Let's see some examples in the chat. I'm going to check the Facebook chat as well. Denisa says, love this quote. Oh, you're referring to the Marianne Williamson. Yes, I love her too. I love her too. So what are some of the healthy money mindset beliefs that you want to cultivate more of in your life? Let's see. I encourage you to type in and let's see what everybody is being inspired by. Money is one of my best friends. Huh? If you feel a little bit triggered by this, because sometimes we get not only family programming, but sometimes we get religious programming as well. And let me clear one thing here, and you can see it in a lot of established speakers on this topic. And that is that money is just energy, much like a cup of coffee or a glass of water. Money is money. It's a physical thing. It's just energy, but it's how we look at it, the perspective we put on it, that actually gets to change that energy into a heavy energy, like low frequency energy, or into a higher vibrational energy that gets to expand and call in more of that. Well, both energies can call in more of themselves, but where do you want to lie in your relationship with money? Do you want to be in a high vibrational state and a joyful relationship with money, or I also am asking myself these same questions as well, or do you want to be in a fearful, contracting state that says, oh my God, money is one of the most insidious beliefs, and I've had to work through it, and I've worked as well with the help of my friend Julia here. I had to work through money is evil. I've asked myself, I had this programming, and now I'm looking at really money is joyfully, the healthy belief I'm cultivating is money is joyfully coming to me once I follow my heart's callings. And no matter what you create when you're in that state is beautiful, is virtuous, and is loving. Money at the end of the day is just energy, and you can change the energy of the money you receive as well. Another simple practice I'm going to share here, and it comes from another great speaker on this topic, is that a great way to change the energy of money or your habits around money is to say thank you when you give or pay for anything, any service. Say thank you instead of feeling like I'm giving away my money. Say thank you, give it with joy and receive it with joy. And it's another way to change the energy of money. So receiving it with joy, being overly grateful and saying thank you, God, and thank you to the person giving me, thank you to this friend, new client, or thank you to this amazing amazing colleague. And no matter where your money income streams are coming from, saying thank you and being grateful for them actually increases that, and feeling it as much as possible increases the flow, that particular flow in your life, increases the flow of money. So it's an endless topic. We can talk forever and forever about it. So let me share the last practice with regards to money. Okay, I hope you can see my screen again. The last practice. Every time you see yourself acting on one of the new healthy beliefs around money that you have written down, and again, you can take the weekend to reflect through these exercises, and you can do your own healthy money map, healthy beliefs money map. You can map it out, the way you're going to interact with money for the future. What are your new healthy money beliefs? Every time you do that, and meaning every time you see yourself acting, because acting is the next level, when you actually take action on these new beliefs. When you go to the supermarket and when you pay for something, you say, thank you. Thank you. I get to use the money in a way that delights me and brings me nourishment. I'm buying all these fruits and veggies and all this fresh cheese, let's say. So every time you get to act on a new healthy money belief that you have written down and consciously started focusing on, congratulate yourself. Pause and congratulate yourself. Oftentimes we are stuck in patterns of not believing in ourselves, in not necessarily recognizing when we make progress in our lives. That's what I wanted to say. We're stuck in patterns where we forget to recognize that we are actually making progress in our lives. So this is another super beautiful self-loving and self-growth practice that I encourage in all of us women, because we are the ones who have the tendency to not necessarily give ourselves a pat on the back and observe when we progress on things. Please pause and congratulate yourself every time you notice. And this also rewires your sense of observation to pick up on things that you are really becoming good at when it comes to money and interaction with money. So please pause and congratulate yourself any time. So you can say to yourself in silence, like, I'm so proud of you, Alina, today. It's so beautiful to say thank you for the investment or the purchase that we made. Saying thank you to yourself and appreciating and acknowledging yourself for acting on a healthy money belief. And this extrapolates, you can use this technique for other areas in which you want to notice and congratulate for progress in your life. It can be applied to relationships, it can be applied to work situations. When you make progress in any area of your life, please stop and congratulate yourself. Please pause, take a moment, take a deep breath in and out and congratulate yourself, because you are worthy and because it will definitely change your reality for the better. When we do that, it's like we say to the universe, yes, more of this, please. And your soul, your heart gets to rejoice in you recognizing yourself. Nobody can recognize yourself, You can receive all the praise in the world. If you're not the first one to recognize yourself, your worth, your value, then all of the praise is meaningless. So let's become super champions, ladies, at praising ourselves and singing our song, to quote Lucy from yesterday, singing our song and congratulating when we make progress. Woohoo! So I congratulate you for actually following all this way. We're actually right down to the last moment of today's masterclass, and that is the meditation. Are there any questions before we go into the meditation? And the meditation is very beautiful because it allows you to connect to your future self and bring her into the present moment. So I'm going to read some of the comments. I love it. Facebook comments are exploding. My mom, bless her. Yes, my mom is actively participating as well into the chat, into the discussion. That money came hard for her. I know, Mom, and we're changing that story. We're changing it together. And it's so beautiful. I really want to honor and congratulate my mom because she's one of the most gentle, loving, pure, kind souls that I know out there. I'm actually getting emotional as I say this. And I know how hard she has worked to achieving stability in her life and to achieving financial independence, how important financial independence was for her. And she's the first, my mom is the first entrepreneur in our family, like both on the feminine and the masculine side of the family. She started her own business. So she's an accountant and certified financial auditor. And she started, so she went from job to job. She excelled at what she was doing. She became even the CFO of two big companies in Romania, of a bank and of a telecom company in her 40s. And then in her 50s, was it in your early 50s, Mom? Please correct me if I'm wrong, if you're watching this. In her early 50s, she started, she's a beacon of showing what's possible. She started her own business and she's been running it ever since. She's in her 60s now, and she's still running her own business in the field of accounting and financial auditing. So I really, really want to honor and sing the praise of my mom today and all of our beautiful moms, and whether they're, like we were talking yesterday, whether they're alive or watching us from the other realms, they are beautiful women that stood before us. And part of the reason why you are so strong today is because there was a strong woman before you. So I want to honor and sing the praise of my mom. Marilia, my good friend Marilia, is also on Facebook and saying, I'm worth it. This is my value. Yes, I love this. I love this money belief that you are cultivating, Marilia. I am worth it. This is my value. Yes, I'm going to say that again. I'm worth it. This is my value. Yes, this helps us a lot with pricing as well. Denisa is saying, I know my worth. Yes, I love that. Rich people are good people. Oh, we could talk for hours on this one. Yes, this is another limiting belief I had to deconstruct myself as well and work through, thank God. And I did it when I recognized it. One joyful thing that I encourage everybody to do is to really take this journey of evolution when it comes to our relationship to money, to take it joyfully and gradually, as you'll recognize new beliefs as you go along the way. And the moment it comes up, I now say, yes, there's a new one. Let me work on it. So yes, rich people are good people. Absolutely, absolutely. It's a false. We are programmed. Another way in which a lot of the world is being programmed to stay into not rising financially is by vilifying rich people. No, actually, if you look at the number of people rising, the number of millionaires in the world, it's growing every year. And a lot of the new millionaires are actually coming from industries that have to do with tech So providing new solutions for the planet with maybe new energy sources. They can come from industries like coaching as well. There's millionaires in this industry as well. So it's like a ride. We focus only on the top 5 or top 10, but there's a rise, a tidal wave in the world of abundance, and we're dismantling the old beliefs that say there's not enough for everybody. There is. Money is just energy, and you can create endlessly. We are conscious co-creators. We can create endlessly. And I love, Denise, I really want to honor you and congratulate you for bringing this to our awareness. Rich people are good people. I so agree. Because rich people, guess what, are standing right here around the table. It's you. All of us here are abundant and are worthy of even more abundance. We are abundant beings. So Denisa is saying, growing up, I heard a lot around money is the root of all evil. Yes, me too. Me too. Okay, and my mom is sharing that in her situation, perseverance. Yes, I love that, Mom, is the word for money. Yes. Yes, I can get more money when I persevere at what I love. And it's been so much your story and so much, yeah, it's absolutely true. Okay, thank you for the comments. It makes the whole journey so much more enjoyable for all of us. And if you're watching it in replay, you can also comment on the Facebook threads in replay. So without further ado, I invite you to, let's finish off with 5-6 minutes of meditation today. And yeah, I'm really super happy that everybody has joined and contributed so much today. I see your brilliance, I see your radiance, ladies, and I can feel your beautiful hearts. And I know we're a beautiful growing network. So with that said, I invite you to just gently relax whether you're in the office. I know some of you are watching this from the office, and this is amazing. In case you cannot close your eyes in the office, that's okay. You can just gently lie in a meditating, in a relaxed, calm position and just receive this beautiful transmission. So let's all start by taking a deep breath in, into our bellies, into our chest, and relaxing our bodies. And let's take another deep breath into our bellies, into our chest, and relax our bodies. And another deep breath into our bellies and into our chest. And relax our bodies. Every time you're breathing out, you're exhaling anything that you no longer need. Another deep breath into the belly. And exhale anything you no longer need out through your mouth. And then very gently, you can come back to your regular breath. And imagine that from the root of your spine, you're growing beautiful roots into the earth, much like a tree, and you're receiving the beautiful, majestic nourishment of Mother Earth. You're receiving the abundant, beautiful, nourishing nutrients and love and health and well-being of Mother Earth, of the rich soil, of the heart of Mother Earth. And at the same time, you're opening your heart and you're opening the crown of your head to receiving a shower of blessings, a beautiful shower of blessings from the divine. Anything that you no longer need. We talked about super heavy but important topics today, like money, and we're lightening them up. We're releasing centuries of programming here. So anything you no longer need is being now washed away from your field of energy, from all of your body. And your field is being washed away by this rain, this shower of white and golden light from the divine, or any colors that you get to see. You can see the whole spectrum of the rainbow if you wish, being washed away into the earth. And you gradually feel lighter and lighter, and better, as this beautiful waterfall of light and of divine well-being is washing all over you. And in this rested, nourished state of health and well-being, I invite you to imagine that you have a beautiful golden bubble of light all around you. You're in this beautiful bubble of golden light. So surround yourself with this beautiful bubble of golden light and allow yourself to gently float above the earth, knowing that you are safe and you're secure. Your bubble is okay. It's not going to burst. It's a beautiful, strong, sturdy, secure bubble of golden light sent straight from the divine. And you allow yourself to gently lift off of the earth and to start floating, to start levitating. And this bubble of light in which you are is gently flowing upwards, flying upwards above the house you're in and above the neighborhood you're in and above the city you're in, flying high up above the country you're in and even higher up above the continent you're in. And you can start seeing the beauty of the earth from above. And this bubble of golden light is carrying you even higher up, upwards into the sky, into the beautiful sky from where, and the stratosphere from where you can see the majesticness of Earth. And then you flow even higher up and above the Earth into the galaxy, and even higher up. And you reach a plane where there's just like this beautiful, glowing, silvery white light that feels safe, and you're invited there in this beautiful, loving, radiant, pure white divine light. And in this plane, you can allow your bubble of golden light to rest on a cloud, on a fluffy, beautiful white cloud. And as you're resting in your bubble of light on a fluffy, beautiful cloud, you see the presence of a guide. So you may want to take a guide with you on this journey. So this may be an angel or a guardian spirit, or maybe an ancestor or a loved one, anything, or an element of nature, anything that you relate with well can come and support you now as a guide on this journey. So allow the connection to that guide to be established. And this beautiful guide is telling you, I'm going to show you now one of the most beautiful, brightest futures that you can ever imagine, beyond any of your imagination. So we're going to journey together, fast forward into a future timeline that is not only possible, but is feasible for you. And it's one of your most brightest, beautiful, loving, liberated, and full, in your full integrity expressions in this lifetime. So you thank the guide and you trust him or her, and together you start flying and floating, and you're crossing much like a tunnel. And this beautiful tunnel, this beautiful wormhole is taking you directly straight to that possible and very likely future. And it's actually in 5, 6 years from now. This is what I'm getting. So you safely land on the earth and you see yourself. You get to see yourself in 5, 6 years from now. What is she? This amazing, beautiful goddess of you. What is she? You, the embodiment of you. Where is she in 5, 6 years from now? And what is she doing? Maybe you can see what she's doing first. Or maybe you can feel into what she's wearing. Feel into her energy. Feel into her energy. How is she feeling? And feel into how she interacts with life and how she greets other people and how she dresses. How does she express herself through her wardrobe, through the way she dresses? Feel into how she walks. Feel into how she holds herself. Feel into all the abundance and joys that life has brought to her. How does her extended life look like? How does her family environment look like? How does her house look like? Her home look like? The environment that she lives in. Feel into what she's doing for a living. Maybe she's not doing one thing. Maybe she's doing several things. It doesn't have to be one thing. Maybe she's in a job and having a side income, her own business. Or maybe she's running her business full time. Or maybe she's a serial entrepreneur, seriously running several projects. What is she doing? Or maybe through her business, she's cultivating several aspects of herself and several skill sets. Or maybe she's actually retired and enjoying life. And maybe she's writing, or what is she doing? Anything is possible. How does your future self look like? And what is she doing in 5, 6 years from now? What is most nourishing for her to be doing every day, knowing that she knows that anything is possible? What nourishes her from the inside out to be doing? And then look at how she spends her free time, her How does she cultivate her free time? What are some of the activities and people and places that nourish her from the inside out in her free time? And feel once again into how she feels from the inside out. Feel into that joyfulness, feel into that expansion, feel into that grounded, loving, expressive abundance. How does she feel like? What are three main qualities, three main words that come to you about your future self? Can you open up to receive them right now? What are the three words that come to you to describe her? Three words of how she feels, or maybe how she acts, how she is. And once you receive these three words, allow her to come closer to you. Allow her to come closer to you, and you feel it's safe to, for a moment, step outside of your bubble and allow a merger, a beautiful union to happen right here, right now. Beautiful merger, beautiful union, energetic union with this beautiful aspect of your future self. You may be that and even more. Or you may be that and slightly different, in the sense of discovering new beautiful things about yourself in 5 years from now. But allow her, she opens her arms out wide and you melt into her embrace, and allow yourself to become one with her. She is you. And as that happens, just be grateful. You can express your thankfulness to yourself, to her who is you. She's another expression of you in 5 years from now. So just receive with gratitude her shower of love and blessings. And know that you have been activated at a deep cellular level to know what it feels like and what it means like to be already there. With gratitude, you embrace your future self one more time, saying thank you. And you know that you have received everything that you needed from her right now. And you gently walk back towards your golden bubble, who has now expanded. It actually looks different. Can you sense that the size, the shape, and the sheer luminosity of this golden bubble that you came in it has burst and expanded into something way bigger that you came in, that you could have ever imagined. So in this new wonderful spaceship, your golden bubble, and with your guide gently smiling back to you, you navigate and go back through the same tunnel, through the same future wormhole or tunnel. You go back to your beautiful cloud of light. And from here, in this expanded, magnificent bubble of light, surrounding all of you. You go gently down and navigate through our galaxy, through the Milky Way, and navigate through the planets. And you see the beautiful planet Earth, and with excitement and joy for what is coming in the future for you, you gently travel down through the stratosphere and back into the atmosphere and into the country you're in currently and the neighborhood you're in currently, and you reach the house, the home you're in currently, and you guide yourself back, all of you back, and everything that you have received is here now into your awareness and into your body, activated at a deep cellular level. And you can bring your hands to your heart and sit and simmer for a couple more minutes, and sit and simmer in this beautiful, loving, joyful reunification with your limitless, expanded, loving self. And from here, you take a deep breath in and a deep breath out, making sure you remember the 3 words that you felt when describing your future self. Bring that to your awareness one more time and feel them into your heart right now. And say thank you to yourself for taking this beautiful journey into your future self, and say thank you to yourself for being here today. Say thank you to yourself for following the journey of this mastermind for women, and be grateful for the beautiful network of support and beautiful women from across the world that you have journeyed with so far. I say thank you to you, and I am grateful for you being here today now, and I invite you, when you're ready, to gently bring yourself back. Thank you, beautiful ladies, for being here today. How was this meditation for you today? And make sure you write down the 3 words describing your future self in the now. I'm writing them down right now. And please share in the chat how it's been for you, the meditation. Oh, Yulia is saying inspiring. So beautiful. I love that. I love that. Thank you as well, Denisa. Empowering, says Marilia. Nice. My mom loved it too. Thank you, love. Empowering, inspiring. I love these words. Woohoo! Yes. I feel into the expansion that has just happened here now today. Can you feel it? I see you, I honor you. I'm sending all my love and blessings to you. And if you would like to join for a very inspiring conversation this afternoon with the co-founder of this beautiful place that I've been in and doing the lives from this whole week, Olena Matveyeva. She has an incredible, beautiful story, life story, as well as and also a story of synchronicities of how she put her business idea together, how she found the right funding for it, the right funding came to her at the right time, and how she's developed this international team. Because behind the day-to-day operations here in Luna, and it has such a beautiful name, this co-working place in Cascais in Portugal. It's called Luna. So I've actually been working from the moon, which is a very feminine element, the whole week. So she's going to talk to you about Luna, and the whole team here is so vibrant and young and international, and you get to see Ukrainians and Russians working together side by side. You get to see Colombians, Brazilians, Portuguese, because we're in Portugal as well. So it's such a wonderful story of how things can evolve when you do things from the heart. So I invite you this afternoon to not miss out on the talk with Olena. Please support her because this is her first, so she's feeling a little bit nervous. I'm just deconspiring that because this is one of her first interviews. But I am really committed to bringing to you as well stories of success from ladies that are like all of us, sometimes achieving, and like to go back to the story of my mom, some achieving success and not necessarily speaking openly about it, but that deserve all the praise and success, that all the praise and the recognition that their hard work is worthy of. So I invite you to welcome her wholeheartedly and to be active, to ask her questions, so that she feels at home and at ease with all of us, and she sees what a beautiful community we are of innovatrixes. Okay, lots of love to you, and have a beautiful morning and afternoon wherever you are, and I will see you at 4 p.m. Portugal time. Bye-bye.